everybody, Brenda here. Welcome to my channel. Glad you are here. I have something fun to show you today, but first I would like to say hi and hugs to the Little Gypsy, Caroline's Craft Tree, and Mixed Media Minnesota. Thank you so much for your comments and for subscribing to my channel. And let's get started. What I have to show you today. I have made a faux, I'm sorry about, if you hear any noise, it's my granddaughter downstairs. She's fit to be tied this morning. I have made a faux chenille fabric journal cover. It is so fun to do. I wanted to share with you guys how I made it, and hopefully you can all give it a try because it is fun. So this is the one that I made, and I'm going to just take my middle out here and show you. This is so soft, and this is what it looks like. And it definitely feels and looks to me like chenille. So this one I made 12 by 9, but when I put it through the washer and dryer, which I will explain to you, it did shrink a little. So it's now, let's see how big it is now. It is now 11.5 by 8.5. So, if you make one of these, just be aware that when it goes through the laundry, it will shrink a little. So this is the one I made, and I'm going to set this aside and show you, hopefully, how I did it. What you're going to need is, and I got this at Walmart, this is homespun fabric, and I got this bunch at Walmart. So you're going to need some fabric, and then you're going to need like a base fabric, and all I used as my base was some muslin for the base of my fabric, for the base of my journal. I used a water-soluble pen, scissors, I have a Tim Holtz ruler, the fabric, and a sewing machine. Now, I used a sewing machine, but I don't know, maybe you can do it by hand also, but after I show you, I'll let you guys decide on that. Let's see, some people also use this thing called a clover slash cutter that Amazon sells. I don't know what it is, don't know how to use one, but they say it's very helpful. So I just thought I would throw that in there. So what I did, and this is just a little 6x6 sample to show you. You take 3 top layer fabrics of your choice. Okay, I got the pink, the red, and the pink. Okay, so the 3 top layers of your choice, and then a bottom layer, a bottom layer of whatever fabric you want for the bottom. Okay? So the bottom layer will not be cut. So you have your 3 top layers, and you stack them on top of one on the other. Okay? Then what I did was turn it over okay? And I drew lines with my Tim Holtz ruler, starting in the middle of the bias. I just drew the one line right down the middle, corner to corner, okay? Using my water-soluble pen, and drew the first line. And then on this one, I did every ½ inch. You go from the first line over, and you go ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch, and continually go on doing a ½ inch. On this fabric, though, I tried a ¼ inch because this one has, when you do a ½ inch, it has a little bit of a gap in between, okay? So what I thought about doing is trying the ¼ inch apart and see how much of a gap I get from doing it that way. And I will be finishing this up and putting it through the washer and dryer just to see what happens. And maybe on the next video I can show you real quick what happens when you just do a ¼ inch. So using the Tim Holtz ruler, and I think it's the first dark line. The first dark line is a ¼ inch, and I just drew a line, put the ruler on the line that I drew, and then drew a ¼ inch each time. And just go along and draw a ¼ inch all the way across on that side, and then all the way across on this side. Then, after you have all your lines drawn, what I did was take it over to my sewing machine and just follow the lines right down with the single stitch. And I went down each line with a single stitch. Very simple. What you can do, of course, is pin it to hold it in place until you get some of the stitching done. And I didn't, of course, do this all the way because I wanted to show you. So just stitch all the way over all your lines. Make sure you draw first your bias line in the middle, and then fan out and draw your ¼ or ½ inch lines as you go. And then stitch right along each line. Okay, then after you get all your stitching done, okay, what you're going to do is turn it around, and this is where that clover / cutter can come into play. What you want to do is find your little hole and make sure that you keep the bottom base layer. Don't cut that layer. So you put the scissors right in there, right under the base layer. See, don't cut the base layer. And you cut right along the center in between the two sewn seams. This is a lot easier when you have a half an inch. A little bit difficult with the ¼ inch. See that? You cut right along each seam, right in the middle of the two seams. Just make sure you do not cut the bottom layer. It's a little fumbly trying to get in there, and then just cut right along the middle. Here. It gets a little tricky with my big scissors, so I'm going to have to eventually, when I finish this, switch to some smaller scissors. But you see, you get the gist of it. Just cut right in between each one of those. Then, when you get all your seams in between cut, you will throw it in the washing machine. And I put mine on regular cycle. I put this one on regular cycle and cold water. And I didn't add any soap to it. I just left it. Some people, I guess, sometimes some kinds of soap may react to the water-soluble pen and maybe leave some marks or something. So I didn't take that chance. I just left it soap-free, no soap. So you're gonna throw it in your washing machine, let it go through a cycle, and then when that is done, you're gonna throw it in your dryer and let it go through the cycle to dry. And please, after you dry it, clean out your lint vent, because this can make a lot of lint, okay? So make sure you clean your vent. So, after you put it in the dryer, let that dry, it should come out like this. And what I do is just, they say you can take maybe like a little soft brush or something and brush it out. I used my fingernails and brushed it out, but it is, to me, it just feels like chenille. I love it. I love how it turned out. They also say, and I haven't tried this, but maybe I will and let you know, they also say you can use flannel. I did the homespun fabric, but I guess you can try flannel and see how that does. And also I was going to mention that sewing these little lines, if you don't have a sewing machine, I don't see why you couldn't do it. Why you couldn't hand sew these lines up through here. I don't see why you couldn't. So that's all you do. Just make it the size that you want. This is a 6x6. I made this a 9x12, but it did shrink like a ½ an inch. So make sure you cut your fabric maybe a little bigger. I bought these homespun fabric fat quarters from Walmart. And I think that is it as far as what I did. I hope to put some kind of a lining on this. I thought about maybe just putting a cardstock lining on here. And then I'm going to add my journal signature and turn this into a journal cover. I love it. I hope you guys try it and see what happens. You know, have fun with the fabrics. Use different colors. See how it turns out. Maybe start with 6x6 fabric with the colors and see how they come together. And then, you know, try it out on that before you make your large one if you want to make a journal cover. I just think it's so fun. You might want to try getting that clover slash cutter from Amazon. That might help. What I hear, it has like a little plastic piece that goes right along and fits right in, and you can go right along and cut it. I don't know how it works, haven't tried it, but it might make life easier. So this is what I had to show you today. I hope you give it a try. I hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Hit that little bell. And I hope you are all having a great Monday. And I hope to see you again soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, and love you all. Bye-bye.